stars shimmer coldly against the infinite blackness of space, and the moon, so bright and serene, seems to hold its ancient secrets close. What if I told you that beneath its pale surface lies a history so terrifying that NASA has kept it hidden for decades? Tonight, we're unraveling the haunting story behind 172 Hours on the Moon by Johan Harstad. But here's the twist: what if some of the story's most chilling details weren't fiction after all? Let's dive into the eerie tale of three teenagers chosen by NASA for a lunar mission, a mission that was far more than a publicity stunt. This is a story that doesn't just entertain. It lingers. And what you'll hear might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about space exploration. In Johan Harstad's novel, NASA announces a return to the moon for the first time in decades. Officially, the reason is simple: public interest in space exploration is fading, and they need a dramatic gesture to reignite global curiosity. So, they hold a lottery to send three lucky teenagers alongside seasoned astronauts to the mysterious lunar base DARLAH 2. But here's where things get strange: DARLAH 2 wasn't just any moon base. It wasn't abandoned because the Apollo program ended. Whispers from former NASA employees suggest it was shut down due to unexplained anomalies. Some say communication with the base was lost during one of the final Apollo missions. Others claim that the base itself sent distorted, incomprehensible signals back to Earth, signals that sounded almost human but weren't. The three teenagers selected for this mission each have their reasons for going. Mia, a rebellious Norwegian rocker, dreams of fame but is reluctant to leave her band behind. Midori, from Japan, craves escape from a life filled with rigid rules and expectations. Antoine, a heartbroken French boy, sees this as a chance to run from his pain. But none of them understand the true stakes of the mission. And as the story unfolds, they realize they've been chosen not for their potential, but as expendable pawns in a much larger, darker plan. When the crew lands on the moon, the story shifts from wonder to terror. DARLAH 2 is a cold, silent labyrinth of metallic corridors and abandoned rooms. It's as if the base itself is alive, watching and waiting. But here's something that Harstad hints at, something most readers miss: DARLAH 2's design mirrors ancient structures found on Earth. Some conspiracy theorists believe this was intentional, a way to harness lunar energy connected to mysterious geometries found in ancient ruins. Coincidence? Or a deeper connection NASA doesn't want us to know about? And then the anomalies begin. Equipment malfunctions in ways that defy physics. Shadows move where no one should be. The astronauts report hearing faint whispers over their headsets, whispers that sound eerily familiar, like their own voices, but distorted. The moon becomes a prison, and the characters soon realize they're not alone. What Johan Harstad describes as entities aren't just supernatural constructs, they raise something older, something primal. NASA's abandoned DARLAH 2 because it encountered what's known in classified documents as residual entities. These beings, if they could be called that, are said to exist in a liminal state, feeding off human consciousness and taking on the form of their victims. One of the most haunting parts of 172 Hours on the Moon is how these entities manipulate reality itself. The crew begins to question what's real and what's illusion, and their descent into madness is both terrifying and heartbreaking. But here's where things get chilling. Some UFO researchers believe Harstad may have based this part of the story on real accounts from astronauts. Buzz Aldrin, for example, has hinted in interviews about unexplained phenomena during the Apollo 11 mission. Could DARLAH 2 be more than fiction? As the novel hurtles toward its shocking conclusion, the teens are faced with impossible choices. Harstad weaves themes of isolation, fear, and the fragility of human sanity into a narrative that feels all too real. And the ending? Let's just say, it'll leave you staring at the moon with a new sense of unease. But here's the kicker: there's a persistent rumor among conspiracy theorists that 172 hours on the moon wasn't just a novel, it was a carefully constructed piece of soft disclosure. The idea is that NASA worked with Harsted to slowly introduce the public to the possibility of extraterrestrial threats, a way to gauge public reaction to the concept of life or something worse beyond Earth. Some even claim that DARLAH 2's story echoes elements of classified Apollo documents. One document in particular, declassified in the late 1990s, describes an anomalous structure detected near the moon's south pole. Officially, NASA dismissed it as a natural formation, but those who've studied the photos say otherwise. Could this structure have been the inspiration for DARLAH 2? As you finish reading 172 Hours on the Moon, you're left with more questions than answers. Was it all fiction, or did Harsted weave truths into his story to send a warning? The moon, so close yet so distant, has always fascinated humanity. But perhaps there are places we were never meant to go. So, what do you think? Is the moon hiding secrets we're not ready to uncover? Could DARLAH 2 or something like it really exist? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if this video left you staring at the moon with a sense of dread, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us as we continue to explore the mysteries of the universe and the secrets they might hold. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars. But beware of the shadows.